So then I said, I'm never going to a Bob Evans again. That was the end of it. Oh, we're live?
Is this thing on? What's up, guys?
My bad. I didn't mean
to do that. We haven't done this before, guys. This is the PR Project, episode number 57. We're trending upwards, guys, if you didn't know. I don't know if that made much sense, but yeah, so Gary is boycotting all Bob Evans. He got his
they know what they did.
They know what they did. They didn't bring out the sausages.
Wow.
So did you get like a segment stolen? I heard it. There was something on the other day.
Yeah, I went down to for our family road trip down to Dallas. We stopped in Illinois. I have no idea where we were at. Some town in Illinois. Spent the night on a road trip. Got up in the morning, checked out my Strava to see if there's any segments around, and there was one nearby the hotel. And I went out there, just crushed it. I have no idea who the guy was, but crushed his segment. I held on to it for over 2 years now. And then this morning, I got an alert from Strava saying, you've lost it. You've lost your Strava crown by 1 second. And now I'm wondering, do I take the drive back down to wherever the hell I was and try to reclaim it? And does anybody else here on the chat, maybe, do they go out of state? Do they also try to get segments when they're out of state, out of the area?
So you had the segment for years, sir. How long did you think your world record would stand?
Forever. I didn't even know why somebody would actually go after it. Like they just saw the name and like, I ain't touching that. I don't get it.
They disrespected you.
It's hurtful. Is what it is.
I didn't realize that you had it for 2 years. I didn't realize you had it for 2 years.
Me neither. That changed the entire dynamic of the story. Actually, I thought you had it for like 12 hours.
I thought you just did it the other day.
Like right behind you.
I was not in Illinois like yesterday. I mean,
you never know.
But still, yeah, I don't know. Like I thought for some reason when you said it, I thought it was like recent.
No. This was at least 2 years ago.
That makes the story less compelling.
That's impressive. I mean, no, I feel like it's impressive though that you held a Strava segment. I mean, the fact that it's on the side of a highway kind of is like cheating, though.
Well, no, it wasn't in somebody's neighborhood. It was in a weird. I don't know.
I just figured like Gary just hops out in the middle of the drive and just does like a little sprint down the highway because no one else will ever take it.
And market is a segment.
Yeah,
I was actually all of the things that I had the opportunity to think about while driving through Ohio at 65 miles an hour. On cruise control at 65 miles an hour. No, this is after I got the ticket. I'm like, okay, I guess I have to go 65 miles an hour now. And I was just looking at a side of the street, and I'm like, this hill wouldn't be bad like to run on if people weren't driving 65 miles an hour next to it. Like there's no separation, it's just shoulder. But this looks like it would be, I mean, there's cornfields everywhere and no signs of intelligent life anywhere to see. But this wouldn't be a bad place to do a long run or something.
No signs of intelligent life. It sounded like you were in were you Ohio?
Yeah, Ohio for sure. Cornfield County, Ohio.
I was in Bradley, Illinois. Never even heard of it.
Can't say I'm familiar.
Yeah.
So what made you stop in Bradley and run really fast, Gary?
Because it was like 10 at night on a road trip to Dallas. Like time to.
Did you already have like running clothes on? Like I'm really interested in the.
Hold on.
No, we spent the night. I got up in the morning to do my run before.
Let's do this right.
I don't think we can do it right if you're gonna leave it on me. There you go.
No, we were driving to Dallas. We stopped overnight on a long road trip. I get up in the morning, put on my running clothes, check the Strava, see what's around, and get after something. Nobody does that. You guys don't go out of state and look for segments aside from the Denver airport.
You might die if you get the Denver airport segment. That might be human sacrifice, bro.
How fast was the Denver segment?
The Denver one? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not running through an airport. I don't care about a segment that bad.
That airport is crazy too. Like they say that airport is like a portal to another, like, I don't know, something.
That's true. I've heard that too.
Another universe. It's crazy. They say it's haunted /
Wait, no, this is for real?
The Denver airport. Yeah. Look it up. It's crazy.
It was built by the Illuminati.
Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. Jay-Z had nothing to do with that.
All sorts of Illuminati imagery, like Freemason imagery, all that kind of stuff in there.
Yeah. And they built this white horse, this white Bronco outside. And it's huge white Bronco, right? And when they were putting it up, it fell on somebody and they died.
Yeah.
Wait, no, shut up.
Yeah.
This is all a real thing. Are you guys pulling?
That's what I saw on a rabbit hole on YouTube one night. I don't know if it's true or not, bro.
I mean, you guys could have. I don't know.
They have underground tunnels and everything. It's crazy. It's a whole thing, bro. It's like Pizzagate, bro. It's a whole thing.
What is the deal?
That's the question. That's the question.
I'm not going to sleep tonight. I'm gonna be researching Denver Airport.
It's gonna be a lot of crazy, like eerie, music, background music. You know how they had a real. It's them kind of videos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, maybe I won't watch it at night then. But while we're talking about, you said Pizzagate. Let's talk about Deergate, Gary.
Oh man.
Yeah. Come on.
Well, first of all, as I said, I am no longer making fun of you.
Again.
For you to, again, I have said this. I have foregone any more making fun of you. Wait, let's see. Was it Friday? Was it Friday? Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron hasn't heard this story yet.
I hadn't.
Friday, my first kid gets on the bus, and like within minutes of the bus pulling away, I had Nicholas out with me because his bus was still coming. A loud crash from the house next door. I can hear a loud crash, and out pops like giant buck, and it's on its side. It falls on its side, and it's just lying down there for, I'd say 30 seconds to a minute, and then every now and then it kind of like put its head up a little bit, and it popped up, and I had started to walk towards it just to see what was going on. It popped up. It started coming my way a little bit, so I had to run and make sure I got Nicholas out of the way. And it turned and it went back behind my house. But attached to it was like a large piece of plastic. I'm guessing it was some sort of like child slide or something like that, and rope attached around its legs. And it just took off through my backyard and then through some, bushes separating my property and the other guy's property. But I'm telling you, man, I probably shouldn't have talked so much about the deer. So,
I mean, this is the second time that you've had a deer encounter since you made fun of me, and I've only had one.
That's true. Yeah,
you had two.
Yeah, on my 20 miler, my second 20 miler, a deer came out of the of the brush, and I have to look at my heart rate because I'm pretty sure it just went. It spiked up a little bit. So
yeah, and Aaron hasn't had any such luck yet, right?
No, I mean, two deer jumped out in front of my car yesterday, two separate occasions. But fortunately, I was driving in a respectable enough manner to not have to. But that's all over here. That's all we deal with. Like during this time, it's deer. The deer take over. So they start acting crazy. It start getting a little cooler. They'd be like, "All right, we panicking."
And then what is it? Isn't like hunting season coming up? So it's like they start getting a little antsy.
Karma. Yeah.
Have you ever sat in a blind?
Oh wait, where are we talking about? Who said karma? Oh yeah. My mom knows what's up. That's funny. maybe your neighbor's kidnapping deer. Like he just got a bunch of them in his backyard.
He set a deer trap with a slide and some twine.
yeah. He's like rigged it up. He's trying to get some deer meat. All right, guys.
Don't believe in guns, but he loves that sweet venison.
What? Oh my god. All right, let's get off of the deer. All right, so this weekend was a big weekend. I feel like something happened this weekend that was pretty awesome and amazing. So we might as well just jump right into it and give Big Homie the Summer Jam screen. This is called the PR Project for a reason. Let's go after it, bro.
All right, I'm gonna keep it brief because usually when I'm talking about my race performances, like people start leaving the chat.
That is so not true, bro.
Chat, tell me what y'all want to hear, man. Chat. No, that's how.
Oh yeah. But by the way, so Aaron just ran a half marathon yesterday, and as he tells his story, we need you to ask questions. Let's go.
Sure. So you can check my Strava for the details. I ran a race yesterday. I ran faster than I've ever ran before, and it was really cool. Yeah. So I mean, I'll give the breakdown. Sure. I decided to run Indy. This was my goal race for the segment. It's been marked on my calendar for quite some time. So I drove down yesterday. Why am I lying? I drove down on Friday. Got a ticket. It's a speeding ticket in Ohio. Shout out. That's why, Cornfield County, that's all they want to do is give you tickets and watch you. You know what I'm saying? They just haters, bro. It's Ohio. So we know the deal. So yeah. Pretty standard race situation. Indy, big shout out to Indy. The race is very well put together. It is. I think I was telling Joe. It is very much a racer's race. Like they want people there that want to run fast, and you can tell by the people that come out because it was a very top heavy race, very loaded with people who really wanted to get after it. And we have a lot of pro or semi elite athletes in this Midwest area, and I feel like a lot of them from Chicago, from Indy, from Ohio, from Michigan, all go to this race to run fast. So it was cool to see like the OTQ pacers, like it was OTQ pacers, and people out there trying to run the Olympic trials qualifying standard. So that was cool to see. I'm not one of those people, but I was in the first wave, and the first wave was larger than a normal first wave. And it was packed. It was packed up. Like you could tell people were really serious. So I got my shakeout in. It was raining a bit.
Could you like feel that energy?
Yes. It was like that anxiousness. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. You could feel the anxious energy of people because it's not usually like that for some reason. I don't think I've ever been to a race where I felt as much like nervous energy at the start line because usually it just, or maybe I was just being hyper aware of other people because usually it's just me in my mind, but I could tell like people were a little like, and I think it's because we were all like packed up super tight too, like you could barely move, and I think that was kind of bothering people too. But yeah, so I did my shakeout. It was raining when I woke up. That wasn't on my weather app didn't show that it was going to be rain, so that was a little surprise. But by the time I got parked and got out the car to start my shakeout, it was fine. No rain. One thing, this is the most unique thing I think I saw on race day. The convention center was open. So where they had the expo the day before, the convention center was open, and the entire expo floor was cleared out. So there was nothing left. Like none of the tents, none of the booths, none of the tables. Everything was cleared out. So it's just like this big space, and it's like marathon warm-up area. So it was people in there like running, which was interesting.
Inside?
It's like a huge gym floor. It just looked like a big gym class. And there was people in there either just like warming up, people in line for bathrooms because there were bathrooms in there too. But I thought it was really interesting because like for a race in a cold weather city, which I guess you would consider Indy a cold weather city, if it's like super cold outside, you can do your warm up inside and then go outside to run. I thought it was interesting.
That's nice. Actually,
people just hanging out in there, trying to stay warm, getting their plans together with their families and all of that stuff. So that was cool. I cut the bathroom line because it was very long. I work at a convention center. They don't play about the move out. So Jalen said he works at a convention center. They don't play about the move out. Yeah, they evicted them people probably that like as soon as it was over because there was nothing left. And the expo was pretty big. Like it was kind of like how Free Press Expo is, and they were gone. Everything was gone. So I get to the start line, nervous energy, but I'm ready to rock. We get out, and it wasn't as bad as Eugene. Because Eugene was like shoulder to shoulder for the first couple miles.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad, but it was close. It was a lot of people in the same pace groups, just trying to like fight their way into where they wanted to be. And I made a decision like shortly after we took off that I wasn't going to partake in any of this nonsense. I'm not going to waste energy trying to like run around people and all of that.
Right.
So my first mile was a little slower than I wanted it to be, but I figured I would be able to make it up because the effort it would have took to try to elbow people and make moves within the first mile, it didn't feel like it was beneficial to try. So I kind of got into a groove by the time we got to mile 2, almost mile 3. And then I feel like people started finding their pace groups. They kind of started figuring out like, okay, these are the people I'll probably be running with. I found a pack of probably like 8 people, and we were you kind of weave throughout downtown for the first 3 miles, so you're making a lot of turns. It was probably 8 or 9 turns in the first 3 miles, and then you go like around this half semicircle that's like a roundabout downtown, and then you kind of jut out, and you finally start to see like clear streets, and you go into like neighborhood space. So I was going through there, packed up with a few people, and we're just, you know what I'm saying, smoothly rolling along. And then we turn out on the street where we had some headwind. I tucked behind, I'm in the middle of the pack, and I was at like 6:10 pace, and it felt good. I felt smooth. That was probably like mile 5. Kept rolling through. I told myself I would take my fuel at mile 6.5, so the halfway point. Got to the halfway point, took the calf Morton. It was nasty per usual because it's that weird aftertaste, but whatever. I saw a man fall out of his wheelchair. A spectator. Felt bad for him. It was kind of sad, but he looked fine.
Wait, what?
So they was pushing him in the wheelchair, but it wasn't like the wheelchair with the big wheels.
Like one of the racers or like a spectator?
No. He was a spectator. He was a spectator. So,
oh my God.
You know the wheelchairs that kind of look like, they're not like permanent wheelchairs. They have like the small tires, and then they got like
the walkers that they can put seats on.
Yeah. One of those.
Yeah.
So I'm just going and running, and then I look over because I see like they kind of like made some noise, and I see this man in this green Notre Dame hoodie, and he's on the ground, and his family, a couple people was like next to him, and I'm like, man, and I said something about it. I said, oh man, you hate to see that. And the guy next to me was like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, oh, you didn't see that man fall out of his wheelchair over there? He was like, oh no, I didn't see that. I'm like, oh, so these people must be locked in. So we just all run it. I think I was the only person that saw it. Stop laughing here.
I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing at the wheelchair guy. I'm just laughing at like everybody else was like locked in, and you like, what is going on over here?
Bro, I'm like, what is the commotion here? This is crazy. So yeah, took the Morton, and I'm looking, but I'm trying not to look like a creep. But I'm looking both ways, trying to see like I'm trying to look at people's bibs because I'm like, because the marathon bibs were either navy blue for a marathoner. I think they were lime green or like yellow for first time marathoners, and then red for half marathoners. So I'm looking to see if anybody in this pack has a red bib on because I wanted to know because I knew we had a split coming up at some point, and I'm like, are these the people I'm going to finish the race with, or are these people going to go on and to do bigger and better things? Right. So we get to the split point, which is probably, I don't really remember exactly where it was, but it was somewhere around 7.5 ish. And I see this big inflatable thing that says half here, full here. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go to the half line because it splits you off probably like 400, a little less than 400 meters ahead. And all like 6 of the 8 people that I was in a pack with went to the marathon side. And I'm just like, well, that was fun while it lasted. And then I go off and another guy goes off and we're in the half marathon. We go to the half marathon side, which the marathon kept straight. Half marathon made a hard left. So we made the hard left into the neighborhood. We go down the hill and then we make another turn and we start going up a hill. And once we make this turn, we're going the opposite way. So basically the same way that we were going when I was in the group, going into the wind. So we made a left and then a right. So we're going back into the wind and I see this hill and I'm like, it's not bad. So I start up the hill and I'm like, oh, this is where it gets bad because it felt like something just clicked. It was just like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. Like it got real bad, like real fast. Like it wasn't gradual. It wasn't like, okay, I'm starting to feel it. Just keep it up. It wasn't like that. It was like, here, hold this piano, like immediately. So I'm like, dang, like, I got out too fast. I start thinking of all the things I did wrong.
God.
I'm like, man, here we go. Like this is every race, bro. Like I can't. This always happened. Like I start having them thoughts, and then a couple people pass me. I look down at my watch. It says like 6:35, and I'm just like, man, I knew I wasn't about to be able to do this. Like all of the negative thoughts start coming in, and then I get to the top of the hill, and make a right, and it started getting a little better. And I'm like, okay, well, actually no, it didn't start getting a little better. It was still bad, but I was looking down at my watch, and my pace was coming back down, so I was getting closer to 6:20, and I'm like, okay, just try, bro, just try. And then it was like turn. And then I remember seeing the mile 8 or mile 9 mile marker. And I was just like, bro, I got 4 more miles. Like, what? This is trash. Because it was like in and out of turns. And it was just, the course is weird. But I remember Ari told me, like, there's a long straightaway once you get past the mile 9 mile marker. And it's a long straightaway for like 2.5, almost 3 miles. Once you get there, just go. Like, just take it. Make the race yours at that point. And I get to it, I make the turn, and it started feeling better. Like, I guess running straight was just like the key, because one lady came past me and she was like booking it, and I'm just like, yo, she starting her kick here. Okay. But I'm like, don't let it, because there was nobody else around me. I saw this guy in green. He was probably like a half mile ahead of me, and because this is long straight, so I could see like far. He was the only person I could see, and I'm like, how is this possible that it's only one person? I only can see one person, and then there's one person that passed me, and I don't hear any footsteps behind me. Like, how are we the 3 people on this one row as far as I can see with all them people we started with? This is crazy. So I'm just like, all right, try to stay attached to this lady or just keep her in like touching distance, not like physical touching distance, but like, okay, she's close enough to be able to get to. So there was a small bridge. I went over probably at like almost 10, maybe a little after 10. And that kind of took a little bit out of me, because I'm like, I'm holding on for dear life right now. But I kept looking down, well, I didn't keep looking down, but I would look down every so often at my watch. And it was right around 6:20 every time. And I'm like, all right, if you can just hold on to this. I started doing the math. If you can hold on to this, if you could pull off 3 straight 6:20s, you will beat Gary. You will do it. You will beat Gary, because I was thinking 120 when I started, but then I started doing the math, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to run like a couple like 5:15s to do that, and that's probably not possible. So I was like, beating Gary is still in play here. Don't mess this up. So I'm just going, and then at the closer I'm getting to like 12, I'm just like, 2 miles, bro, 2 miles. Like I passed the 11. I'm like, 2 miles, bro, 2 miles. Give me 2 laps. Give me 2 laps. Make this. It was really, I started counting down probably at right around 10. And I'm like, make this next 20 minutes the strongest 20 minutes of running you've ever done. And I'm not saying run this 20 minutes faster than you ever ran, but in my mind, I'm like, make it the strongest 20 minutes of running you've ever ran. And I was just doing it. I'm just like, come on. So I finally, I ended up closing the gap on a lady. We passed the guy in the green shirt eventually. We both did. I closed the gap on a lady, and I'm just like, all right, we make a turn. We make one turn into the city, like into downtown. And I'm just like, okay, it's 2 turns left. Go. So straight, just like everything I got, like just go. Don't think about it. Like it hurts, but only for 3 more minutes. Make a left, and then there's another straightaway, and I see this guy out in the distance. And I'm looking, and I'm like, that beard and glasses combination looks familiar. I think I know who that is. And then he see me, and it's Steven from 6 Run 5.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yes, like, come on, like, don't look trash, like, get it together. So I'm pushing. He's like, let's go, Aaron, let's go. And I'm just like, and then I can see the finish line. There was a right that I had to make, finish line right there. I'm like, when I turn this corner, I hope this clock says something I want to see. So I turn the corner, the clock says 122.12 or something. Like, it was a low number on the 122 side. I'm like, I can finish this before it gets to 123. So I just give it all I have, and I cross the line, and it says 122.39 or something, 36 or something. I don't know. It ended up being 122.37, and I was extremely happy. Like, it was like I was kind of like rushed with like joy that it was over, but like also just like I was kind of shocked that I was able to fight through that one point. And oh, there goes Tommy. But like that dark stage, I'm like, I made it through that, and I picked it up, and I got back to where I was supposed to be. My goal was to try to run a couple of those last few miles under 6 minutes, like under 6 minute pace.
Yeah.
That didn't happen, but I wasn't like mad about it, because I'm just like, no, like it got rough, it got dark, and you pushed through it. Like, you made it happen. And it was just like, I was emotional, but it wasn't like emotion I felt before. It was like emotion of like accomplishment. Like, you did it. Like, good job. Like, this is something to be proud of. Even though I had floated the idea of running 120, like that was kind of like the A+ goal.
Right.
The 122 felt good because it was like you kept after it. You didn't let those emotions like overtake you. You didn't bail out. You didn't pull the plug because it got dark. Like, so that was like the best feeling. That was the best feeling. And like
it sounds like it was a real, like, almost, you know. Did you get that or no?
Tommy did that. He didn't want to hear you talk.
No, but it sounds like it was a breakthrough race for you, especially after that hill. You know,
yeah,
broke through, and because we've all been there, we've all had that dark spot, and you know, sometimes you push through, sometimes you know it overtakes you, and so you know that's always awesome to be able to like relax, you know, just kind of get back into your groove. I think a lot of us in New York are going to be like going up these hills doing the same thing. Like, oh man, I timed this way off. It's okay. It's supposed to be. You're not trash. You're just on a hill. You know.
Yeah.
So
put that on a shirt.
You're not trash. You're just going uphill.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think that like I'm in your story like inspires me too, because I know I'm about to go to a race that will have a bunch of different random moments where you have to like check in and like think about reality, like what's actually happening right now. And from the but like from the recap though, it sounds like I've heard you recap good races before, and I feel like this one you were like the most mentally like there, like you were like you had all your wits about you, even though like there was a moment, you still like the fact that you thought about beating Gary, the fact that you was like, okay, I want to make this the strongest 20 minutes of my running. Like I've never heard you say like that much like tactic and thought like in a race actually. Because a lot of times you're like, man, I don't remember nothing, you know. But like, but it just seemed like you were like all the way there, which is dope. What do you think? Like, what do you attribute that part to?
I don't know. I really don't know. I know that.
Would you agree though?
Yeah. I would. I know that racing in the summer.
You kind of cut out a bit.
Okay. Better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I think racing in the summer in like less than ideal conditions helped because I had those moments before, so they weren't like super foreign. Especially like at the growler, pushing through at the growler when I was running into the wind and was getting beat up out there. I think that helped. And also, I think because it was a half marathon and it happened in the second half of a half marathon rather than it happening 15 miles away from the finish in a marathon, I think that kind of helped me put things into perspective. Like, bro, it's not, you don't have much longer. Like, you've had workouts that you've had to like overcome this, like when I hit the top of that hill and like kind of ease back a little bit, I thought in my mind, like, okay, this is the recovery of a hard workout that you've done. Like, just look at it like that. Like, you can get back to where you were. And usually I don't feel that way. Usually I feel like once I fall off the pace, that I'll never be able to get back to it. But I think like a lot of that interval training that I was doing showed me that I can run faster even after like I feel like I've reached a breaking point, then I think I can. So that was part of it. And I was just like, at this point, what is there to lose? Like, just go for it. Like, you know, like it's not like in a marathon, it's almost like you're fighting for your life because you know if you drop out at mile 12, you still have like if you mentally check out halfway through a marathon, you still have to get back to the start, like the finish. Like, you have to figure it out. But this one, it was just like, bro, if you break down, you only a few miles from where you need to be. So whatever. Go ahead, Gary.
Speaking of training, how much did Ari help? And speaking, we got a new coach here, like pep talk wise, you had, I know you had conversations with her throughout training. How did she help in getting you mentally prepared for this?
She is very encouraging, and I'm not usually one that needs like external like not guidance, but just like external like pats on the back or anything like that. Like I didn't think I was, at least, but it does help to have somebody telling you like, yes, this is going well. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're on the right track. That helped. But what helped most was just her telling me like the strategy of the race, because she's ran Indy before. She's ran Indy well. So she gave me like a very detailed course of action to follow for the race. And I remembered that in the race, and I already kind of expected what was coming. She didn't tell me about that hill though, so I definitely need to talk to her about that, because that was kind of crazy. It felt like one of those hills in Glass City, but I think it was good that she did, because I might have psyched myself out about it. So so that helped. It also helped that she was giving. So usually, like Gary, I've sent you this spreadsheet. This Excel spreadsheet of the entire training block, and I stick to that like a Bible. Like, I don't deviate. But this time around, she was giving me only a week in advance. So it's like, okay, well, this is what I know I'm doing this week. This is what I'm doing next. This is what I'm doing the next few days, but nothing past that. And I think that helped because it helped keep me present. Like, a lot of times when I got that big spreadsheet, I'm like looking ahead, like, okay, next week I know I have a 10-mile tempo. I need to be doing everything in service to that 10-mile tempo. Or I know I got 2x3 in a couple days. So I'm thinking about it already. But this time I'm just like, no, we're staying in the workout that we're in. We're staying in the week that we're in. We're staying in the day that we're in. Like nothing more, nothing less. And I think that kind of helped me. That might have helped me even more in the race of being present, like you were saying, Tommy, just being there with my thoughts, because it was like, no, don't start thinking ahead to what might happen. Because I never thought about that, like in the race. Like, I never thought about any miles ahead. I was just like, I'm right here. I'm at the pace. This is what's going on. I feel great. I need to take my gel. Like, it was just all like rolling through. And I hadn't raced a half marathon in a year. So it was like going from I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like going from a V4 to like a Hellcat. Like
Yeah.
it went by so fast. It was just like, like you got so much time to think in a marathon,
Mhm.
like so much time to think. But this, it was just like, okay, mile, mile, mile,
Mhm.
mile.
Yeah.
And like when it got dark, I was looking down at my watch and I'm just like, yo, like I just like this don't feel good, but I just covered a half a mile and it felt like I only took 2 breaths. Like this is crazy.
Mhm.
So that helped too, because it just made it the way time was moving, it was almost like you don't have time to think about the stupid stuff. Like you need to stay here because if you're gonna stay at this pace, you have to give it your full focus. And that's I feel like that was the thing. I lost focus for a little bit, but I'm like, bro, you're not about to be out here feeling sorry for yourself. Like, look at that house right there, bro. That house got 8 skeletons, like life size right now. Whoever put that up cared about that. Run like they felt about decorating this house. Like
That's
you
funny.
can't
That's funny.
like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to feel sorry for yourself when you see all of these Halloween like decorations and stuff. It's like, come on, bro. Like I ran past, I saw Jason Voorhees and I'm like, was that the real Jason Voorhees? Like he was
Right.
like 6'8". I'm like, bro, what is going on?
It's funny. So I heard a podcast talking about New York City the like a course preview, and they said when it gets hard going up Fifth Avenue, just start shopping for houses. Like look at all these apartments you're around, and just think about the fact that these are some super nice apartments, and you'll probably never own one, but just you could like window shop for them. It's just something to take your mind off of the struggle. But still kind of keep focused on what you're doing.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
No, I like that you talking about like you just ran the mile that you're in. I mean, because it's like when if you're judging the mile that you're in based on this many miles left, like, oh, I feel like crap, but I have 16 miles left. Like it's harder to like figure that out, because if you just go like, oh, I'm at mile whatever, or I'm at mile 10 and I feel like crap, that's kind of okay if you just judge it for the mile that you're in and just go through that moment. But as soon as you start like saying, well, 16 more of these, then it's almost over, because you can't really get over that, because it's a forever thing. Like you just laid out the rest of the day is gonna suck. But the fact that you was able to just be like, even on that hill, you were just like, this hill sucks. I mean, at one point you're like, well, that was just a hill and we're good. But that's tough.
I've been doing a lot of that, keeping the mile that you're in mentality this session. A lot of it is because of that book, Champion's Mind, talks about it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I've been kind of keeping that in the back of my head. If I kind of lose focus, I'll look down at my watch. I'm like, oh, you're way too slow. It's because you're thinking about work, or you're thinking about anything but the mile that you're in. So definitely something that's going to continue with me through next week.
Yeah, like there's this in the book, the Champion's Mind it's like if you have a bad play, like in sports or whatever, almost say to yourself like next play, and if you can run a poor mile maybe, or just a poor like little section, and then just tell yourself to move on, like it is what it is, let it go, try to find a way to move on to like the next feeling of like running fast or feeling smooth,
Yeah.
But congratulations, bro, amazing race. We were on our easy run of a good 6 miles. Like we stopped a couple times to check to see where you were on the course. And we was actually kind of like upset because the way that the app had you tracking, it had, what did it have them? It had them at like
720 pace.
720 pace at one point, because it had you stuck at 10 miles. But you should have been like at 12. We're like, oh no, bro, like he's done, man. And then like all of a sudden it just updated and you were like almost finished.
Yeah.
It was weird. I think they were supposed to have a timing mat at 15K, but I was looking through like the results and I didn't see anybody had any times registered. So either the timing mat at 15K wasn't working or they didn't have it.
Yeah,
that's what I figured. I figured you
like 6 to 10, or it was a huge gap.
I figured you missed it or something. I thought maybe somehow it didn't hit. Everybody
missed it or they forgot to plug it up or something, because nobody had times registered for that specific spot. Oh, but this is like the first race that I've ran that I wasn't thinking about people tracking me. I wasn't thinking about like, oh, like
that's what's up.
Like I was there, and maybe it was partially because I was there by myself. Like there was I didn't know anybody at the start. Like usually in a starting corral, I'll know like at least one or two people. I saw Justin from Run Detroit. That was literally the only person I knew. I was looking for Megan from Hanson's. Never saw her. I saw some of the Hanson's athletes, but I didn't see her. And it was just like, okay, well, you're here by yourself, and you are here to do something that you committed yourself to and that you promised yourself you would do. So nobody else can help you do that. Like you have to do that on your own. So I was just like, all right, let's get it. Like there's one way to go, and that's forward. So let's go straight and let's make it happen. And I felt it was cool because it was like I felt like faster. I felt like the runner I've always wanted to be, but I've also felt like the runner that I used to be too. Like I had moments of I had the full spectrum of emotion like for the whole time. So it was a great race. I was happy.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope.
We were super excited. Just in the parking lot, just watching those times come through when they finally caught up.
Yeah.
And then Ryan said that he was in Indy and did his first full marathon. Jalen wants to know the same thing. I want to know how to go. Ryan said better than expected. Solid training block despite an injury during training. That's what's up. Way to get out there and do your thing. Mari said, congrats, Aaron. Love that you did it your way. So dope. Definitely big congrats on the first full. The first marathon can be it can be like it's something you'll always remember, good or bad, really.
Mm-hmm.
And overwhelming in both ways.
Yeah.
The beauty of the first marathon is it's always a PR. So shout out to
always, big PR, big PR. It covered 26 miles in much faster than he ever has.
Yeah, I was gonna stay and wait with Steven, and I forgot the young woman he was with from 6 Round 5. I forgot her name, but I was gonna hang out with them until Ryan finished, but I had to get that rental back. So I was like, all right, I gotta get up out of here, bruh. I love y'all boys, but I gotta get up out of here.
Dang, what you had to get the rental back by like 12?
No, actually, I had to get the rental back by 6.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, dang, you about to get another ticket.
That 5-hour drive was stressful.
4 hour. It would have been 4 hours if you didn't get pulled over on the way down.
Look, so when I left,
scared.
Look, when I left my house to go, it was like expected arrival 4:45. I'm like, I'm beating that for sure. And I'm like halfway through Ohio, and it was already down to like 4:30. And I'm like, boy, I'm making time, boy. I gave all that time right back to the officer when I handed him my ID. I gave all that time back. I got back on the road. It said 5:11. I said, that's what you get.
That's a 45-minute swing.
Because it went from like me getting there before rush hour started to me getting into downtown Indy as soon as rush hour was going on. So it was like, well, you tried. Congratulations. Not only are you get to come home with a medal, but you also have the choice to either go back to Defiance, Ohio, and go to the court and try to fight it, or just take the L and pay the ticket online.
Like, I feel like I made up 15 whole minutes.
I feel like Defiance just sounds like a place where you just shouldn't want to go back to try to defy the system.
No.
Don't do that, bro. Let it. Yeah, that's the ticket you're gonna pay. All right, so now that Aaron got that out of the way,
that was 20 minutes. My bad, y'all.
That was a good recap.
No, it was good. Yeah.
Joe,
viewership went up. Yeah, that's straight up. But after since now that you've done that, like I felt this odd like after Berlin, like because Berlin was a big deal for me. But then after Berlin, I was like finally running next to people that like are running the same race as me next, you know? Like so today, did you like think about that at all? Like, oh, now we're like I'm literally running with the people that I'm going to be running in New York with. So I didn't have any. So yeah, he's like, I don't know.
Because I know y'all like I know this is y'all well. It wasn't Georgetown originally, but it is now.
No, yeah. Oh, it is now.
I know y'all taking this serious, and I almost feel bad because I'm not taking it serious. So it's I'm rooting for y'all. But New York, no, I'm not taking it serious too. That's why they sending y'all all out at 9:10, and I gotta wait till 10:20. They like, look, he's not serious. He's a
Oh
joke.
This is not a jogging race, sir. Go back to.
He's unserious about this. Put him in the corral with the regular people.
This is the Serious Runners Club only. Are you a serious runner? So we're running a New York City Marathon in 7 days from today. PR project, never sleep. It's going with New Balance. I'm pretty excited about this.
Yeah. I'm getting hyped. Starting to plan out like places to. I know we're going to keep a limited schedule for rest, but just being back in the city is going to be exciting. We're going to be, in a good part of town near the park. But I've been watching. I think I told you guys this. I've been watching like marathon videos, recaps for about a month now. Just kind of surveying the course as best I can, knowing there's going to be hills, knowing it's going to be tough, mentally preparing myself for this. I'm ready to get after it for sure.
I like that, Gary.
I'm looking forward to my fight with Master Splinter at mile 13. I got all them rats out there. Might have to fight one, bro.
He gonna go running through with his dukes up, ready to go. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't remember the course like a lot. Like I'm sure once I get to certain spots, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. Only thing I really remember is the first bridge, and then that big straightaway after you come off the bridge and turn left and turn right. That big long straight, I think.
Yeah.
And it's kind of downhill a little bit. I don't know. No? Okay, all right.
I don't think it's too many people to gauge like what the streets are like.
Yeah.
But it's probably like the flattest part of the marathon. And like flat, it's like
mile 2 to like 3 or 4, right? Like it's just kind of like
from what I'm reading and watching. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm very tapped into the whole like even effort inner vibe, of like not attacking the hills. I mean, not like letting off so much where you just like you really have to make it up on the other side. But I think last year I just wasn't mature enough with that, like with that method of just like hitting the hill, but not trying to stay on pace.
Right.
Kind of like using just effort, maybe falling back. And I did that at this workout I had at Kensington, which isn't like as hilly as some of the bridges are, but I was very intentional, even though it was super rolling, very intentional on like letting off a little bit before, like as you go up a hill, because you're just there's too many bigger bridges in that course to gas up and then try to bomb down the other side.
Yeah, and then you gotta let your ego go a little bit, knowing that your time is going to be way off, your goal splits, and just know you can make it up on downhill or a bit of a straightaway. It's a lot of like relax. Everybody's going to be okay. Everything I've been reading about is don't even look at your watch. Just go with the effort. And I don't know, it's easier said than done, and I'm probably not going to follow that advice, but I definitely got to be able to not rely on my watch so much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I'll try to do is just worry about average pace. You know what I mean? Because like that's all you can do. Like just average pace it, and it is what it is. Yeah. So I'm excited, and then also we got a shakeout that we're a part of. It's Believe in the Runs shakeout with New Balance, and everybody and their mother is a part of it apparently. Like Gary named it influencer. Fuck.
He named it what now? What was that?
Influencer Central. Say it, Aaron.
Yeah. Influencer Central.
I can't do it.
Influencer Central.
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying, but yeah, influencer sense. Yeah, that thing, right? It's gonna be a shakeout. It's like they're trying to get like 800 people or more. They have a space that can house 800 people.
McKinley, what's your starting time?
Oh no, McKinley will be there.
I want to know.
Yeah, McKinley. Yeah, McKinley. What wave? What's your corral wave?
And that wave nonsense. I don't care about that. I just want to know what time people start.
Well, I mean, you got to know. What if y'all in the same wave, same corral, same time?
Sure, I just want to know when people start.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I haven't done my due diligence to figure out what the waves mean and what the colors mean. I know the colors mean which part of the bridge you start out on.
Yeah, but there's like 70 colors. It's kind of weird.
I thought it was 3.
I mean, it felt like 70 when I was
I thought it was orange, pink, and another color that I don't know.
It's orange, blue, and pink. And pink replaced green.
Okay.
And pink's the one that goes under the bridge.
Yeah, you go under the bridge, right, Gary?
I'm going under the bridge. Yeah.
But I mean, I still think it's a climb, right? You're just not.
The elevation the same. I guess the only advantage is that I'm not going to get hit with the crosswinds if it's a windy day out.
I didn't. Oh yeah, I didn't. Well, yeah, last year I didn't feel there was like no breeze, but that also was probably why it was 78 degrees.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm excited about it, and I want to know really quick. Like, I know you didn't really talk about fueling much, Aaron, but how is the fueling for this race? Because we've all been kind of trying to figure out like our fueling and locking in for New York. What was your fueling like for the half?
So I just I took a Morton 100 gel at the start, start was 8 a.m. I took the Morton 100 at 7:55, and then I took the caffeine Morton 100 at mile 6.5, so the halfway point.
Okay. That's not bad. Yeah, for a half, you don't need to be doing 2.
Yeah, no, I didn't need to. I saw the marathoners, and I'm like, dang, y'all already going for it. Like, mile 4, they cracking them open. I'm like, dang. All right.
That's how you really should be able to tell. Like, there's a bunch of people just start popping out gels at mile 3 or 4. Like, okay, yeah, y'all going for the long haul. What are you thinking, Gary? What's your plan?
I think I'm gonna do every 5. Usually I do every 6. I think every 5, and then one before the race, and then if I can stomach them towards the end, I'll try to stick with the schedule. But yeah.
Oh,
so this is a myth.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
Gary, you said you've been watching videos. Did you see the video of the guy talking about it?
He's
like, no, there's actually a policy that if you get caught using the bathroom anywhere on the course that's not in a porta potty, you are permanently banned from running the New York City Marathon.
Yeah.
For life.
I mean, like that's the thing. There's so many people running over that bridge at the same time. There's nobody like pulling over to pee, and then there's helicopters above you because it's like they're getting on TV. There's nobody stopping and peeing over the bridge.
Plus, just to get it all the way down, like this, I don't know, like
the amount of urine that you would have to load up into the bridge.
It's like that Super Bowl. It's like that Super Bowl myth where everybody flushes the toilet at the same time at halftime.
Wait, I didn't hear this one. Go ahead.
You heard that?
No.
It used to be like everybody. Now the halftime shows they don't do it, but like the myth was that the cities would complain that all the toilets were flushed at the same time at halftime of the Super Bowl because people didn't want to miss the game portion of it, so then they go at halftime.
Oh yeah, now it's like everybody's flushing the toilet during the game, and there's nothing happening during halftime because everybody watching.
Everybody watching Beyonce go crazy.
Right, exactly. That's crazy, but that's not real. So yeah, don't worry about that, Jalen. I mean, if somebody does it, that's on their own thing. That's something else going on.
With that being said, and it's a much longer story. I did get peed on by a lion at the zoo once when I was a kid.
I didn't know where that was going. I
didn't know what was happening.
That wasn't even on like the multiple choice. Like that wasn't even.
Was the lion's name Robert?
Robert Sylvester.
Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Oh, you guys are stupid.
All right, so yeah, fueling. So man, my plan is every 5 miles as well. I'm coming with salt sticks as well.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna be doing that because I think last time I lost too many electrolytes.
I'm gonna use the tape thing, the tape feature.
Selly, shout out Selly.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuel by stopping at every pizza place that I see and buying $1 slice on.
Honestly, okay, all right. If you're not gonna take the race seriously, I feel like you need to have a shtick. You know what I mean?
I have to have a theme or something.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna get pizza and fight Shredder, you gotta come with like Michelangelo outfit. You know, like the full.
You got to take a phone with you. You got to eat. You got to like take cash or a card with you, and then stop at all the pizza places.
I'm buying pizza for the whole marathon.
Yeah. And the whole marathon, your recap video is how many slices of pizza you eat. Slice number 1.
How to go
bankrupt. Hey, oh yeah, that's You pull the Matt Choi, but slice number 1, and then you say what's on the pizza. Slice number 2. I mean, you'd be famous, bro. I think you blow up.
I'm not being that unserious.
26.2 slices of pizza. Let's go.
Crazy. Over under.
Yeah.
What, how fast do I throw up? Mile 11, 11 and a half. Over under.
Yeah, I don't think you're making it to a half marathon point eating a pizza a mile.
I'm elite if I did, bro. I would be elite.
Yeah, you DNF. You DNF in that for sure.
Yeah, you DNF.
DFL for sure. All right, so yeah, let's I don't know where this is going now, but we normally open up the floor for questions. We're excited. We all have it was kind of hot today at the Marine Corps Marathon. I think I came close to the brink of quitting twice. Came to the brink of quitting twice means you did not quit. Right. Congratulations on on a great race. What was the temperature out there? I didn't even check.
I heard they was directing people to the finish before, like they would cut the course off, I think, after a while, because they just was like, all right, I think they got to black flag conditions.
Oh, really?
Did that affect the 50Kers?
I think I would imagine that it probably affected them more than anyone else since they're out there the longest.
Yeah.
But I haven't done a quick Twitter search to see people mad about it yet. So
I feel like the difference between the trail and the road community is so different. It's so crazy. Because like the trail runners, they'll be running in 90, 100-degree weather. Oh my God.
Yeah, but they got like shade.
I mean, do they?
I mean, if they're in the woods.
Doesn't mean they're in shade all the time, but I think that it's just a different thing. You're not on concrete, concrete's low.
If I see somebody get evacuated in a Marine helicopter,
oh Lord,
I might DNF myself. I might walk in.
I saw a dude at like mile 24 last year in New York, like just looking, they say the 1,000-yard stare, whatever, just looking at the sky. I looked up to see
somebody like that in the finish. Like,
Tommy's like,
was it?
I saw somebody laid out like that, like 200 meters from the finish, bro. I'm like, what a time to die.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, that's not fun. I was gonna, yeah, that would be a terrible way to go, or a good way. I don't know. It depends on what you want to do.
If I pass out within eyesight of the finish line, please drag my body across and stop my watch.
It won't count.
Start like resuscitating me, but you need to get me to the finish, bro. Like
it won't count. It won't count, man.
He's not a professional.
Put a medal around my neck and then give me CPR, my guy.
Dude. So Thomas, my son had or no, he didn't have a cross. There was your daughter ran that meet at Cranbrook.
Yeah.
On Thomas's team, 2 of the top girls, one of them tripped and fell, and the other girl helped her up.
Yeah, that's
and they both got DQ'd.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like it's the 8th grade.
Right. It's illegal. Yeah.
They have very strict standards.
Right. It's illegal. I'm sorry.
Right. I mean, it is. But helping Aaron out is not really going to disqualify you.
Right. Both of you out of here.
All right. The PR project is disqualified now because somebody helped out Aaron. So.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody else is there. Everybody else is gone too. Oh wait, what? We got some actors who ran. There's a lot of famous people that run the NYC Marathon. That is pretty much going to be the vibe. There's going to be like 5 people there that are going to have like this crowd of people like kind of running with them and around them. Like Ashton Kutcher ran last year, right? And then like the guy from whatever that show is when they date each other, and the Bachelor guy.
Matt James.
Yeah.
He Barbara runs it every year.
Yeah,
that one couple that
the scandalous couple.
I can't even think of the joke. But the couple that got caught cheating on their partners, the news people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they ran it. Yeah, they got a little closer in training than they should have. But yeah, I was gonna say I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I feel great. I I know that like I didn't train for hills as much because it was all like, you know, a Berlin block, but I feel like I can figure it out, you know, and I definitely want to go for it, but I don't want to blow up a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't wait to screen record this video and be like, I feel like I'm ready for it. I didn't do hills, and then the screen just go black and white and be like, he was not ready for it. Tommy ran a 4 hour and 55-minute marathon that day.
1 week later.
Well, yeah. Like I bet, yep, that's me. I bet you wonder how I got here, and then cut back to me saying that. But no, I feel like I'm ready to go, bro. We pretty much got all our New Balance stuff and kits and shoes together, pretty much. Stitching together the last few different things with New Balance, but I'm pumped, bro. Like I'm so happy that 6 of us are getting to do this and go run a world major together. Different paces, all of us got different goals and stuff for the day, but it's just an epic moment, I feel like, for us.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the just the like fellowship of the run community that goes into a major like that. So just seeing friends, seeing running groups that we communicate with online all day, to actually see those people in real life, it's just like a reunion of. In New York, it's super cool. We went there, like we've been there. We got a lot of ties in New York in this running game. So yeah, it's gonna be cool to see people and all of that stuff. Jalen asked, "Are y'all able to eat immediately after your long runs? I know I should, but there are times when I just can't stomach much when I finish." That's crazy because I felt this way after my race yesterday. Like usually I'd be like, yeah, I can eat a stack of pancakes, bro. Let's turn up. But yesterday, I didn't want to eat anything. It took me a minute. Like I didn't eat a meal until I got back to Michigan. I ate like a whole bag of Trader Joe's popcorn. But that's just because I love it. Like I'm committed to it. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a professional.
Let's go.
When it comes to eating Trader Joe's popcorn, like I'm LeBron James, bro. So yeah, but no, that's the thing. Like sometimes you kind of have to. You want to get protein because you want to kickstart. You want to get protein and carbs because you want to kickstart that recovery process. So yeah, even if you have to force yourself, I tend to find that if I don't feel like eating real food, I'll get like a protein smoothie and do that because it's easier but you need to get that protein. You need to get those nutrients to kickstart that recovery process, especially after a long run when you've done so much stress. You've put so much stress on the body. You have to start that recovery process, or that run the next few days is just gonna feel like trash.
Yeah, I mean, even just a little bit, just to kickstart it, you know, and just something like a graham cracker, which is not really protein, but it just something not offensive for your stomach to kind of start to digest and maybe get that body wanting to get more food in. Yeah. But definitely do something right away if you can.
Yeah, like I normally am fine with eating after, like. Yeah, I'm normally cool with it. Like I've never really had an issue. But I've heard like where pros will like force themselves to eat like real meals, like they'll bring stuff with them to like for the big long run, especially if they are like they have to drive a good distance. You know, they got like to drive back. It's 30-40 minutes. They'll have food with them. I think it's just something that you just probably have to train yourself for, just like it is to take, you know, one gel every 4 or 5 miles for 26 miles. You just have to be ready for it. Like you have to kind of train your body to be okay with it. But yeah, I'm normally starving, bro.
Me too. Yeah.
Starving.
Me too. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that question, but if you eating catfish after a long run, you a bad guy. You a bad guy. But hey, if it's fried, nice and salty, give me a little hot sauce on that thing.
Well, hot sauce to replace the sodium.
You feel me?
This might be major key, bro. You never know.
Maybe that's why Mark been crushing these races. You know what I'm saying? Good catfish dinner after the long run. You make it happen.
Catfish
himself.
Catfish everywhere are disturbed right now. Like, oh, here we go. Now that's gonna be the trend. Oh, we got another question. I don't know. All right, so yeah, man, we proud of you, Aaron, because like that's why I posted in the reel yesterday. It was dope to see you pull that off because I know you've been really working for that. Can't wait. I actually can't wait to see what you do in New York. I mean, I know you're gonna be chilling and eating pizza and fighting rats and all that. But I feel like something could happen randomly. Everybody else seems ready to go. Ern's ready. Dante's ready. Joe's super ready. I feel like Joe gonna do something stupid, like in a good way. So I'm ready to go. I need Friday to be now, so we can get on the flight, head to New York, and just get after it.
Yeah. A quick rundown of the schedule. Saturday we will be at the Believe in the Run shakeout. Friday we are still figuring out. We got some media stuff to do, but maybe the Hoka thing, I don't know, but we'll be in the streets. And then after, we ain't telling y'all where we're gonna be at because we're gonna be on nonsense because it's post race turn up time. So that'll be cool. But if y'all have things, if anybody has things to do or like places to eat, things to see while we're in New York, send it our way. You know, I'm not trying to eat at any chain restaurants while I'm in New York City. I'm not trying to eat anything regular. Like I saw this.
Man, I don't know about y'all, man, but I want a nice bowl of sweet greens as soon as I touch down in New York.
Shout out. I saw this place. I don't want to make this political or anything like that, but this Palestinian place that got falafel pizza. I'm like, yo, this looks
falafel pizza,
bro. It looked crazy.
Is it vegan?
I can't tell you. They might have. I think they do have vegan options.
Probably,
I don't know if falafel pizza was a vegan, but yeah, I'm gonna send it to y'all because it looked fire.
I mean, I feel like
I don't know the layout of New York, but
I feel like
we're close by to a food court that's like it's a Singaporean food court, but they have like all sorts of different
Singaporean. I don't even know what that means, but we there, bro.
It was I was there a couple earlier this year. It's or last year maybe. Oh no, this year. Yeah. It's got a whole bunch of different options for us, the vegan options, veggie options, whatever. So that's a possibility. We're close by too.
My mom asked, are all 6 of y'all traveling together on Friday? Yes, we are. We are flying out together. Which is gonna be dope. That's exciting, bro. It's like it should be fun. It'll be all 6 of us hopping on a plane. No, it's not gonna be fun.
It's not gonna be fun. Traveling is never fun. I hate being in transit. I hate it when it be like Aaron is out for delivery, bro. No, just get me there.
No, man. So basically, what you're telling me, Aaron, is you need to bring the big over the ear headphones and just don't talk to nobody. Because if you're gonna be cranky for 4 hours on Saturday, we need you to just not talk.
All of that, bro.
I want to see this once. I want to see Aaron go like somebody just once.
Huh? Yeah. I can't hear you.
I'm on a call. I'm on a call.
No, man, you wasn't that bad. We went to Worlds. You wouldn't know nothing crazy.
It's not the trip there. It's the trip back. And I'd be like, bro, I'm over y'all. I don't want to see y'all no more. I want to be in my house.
I get that.
Yeah, but we're traveling out.
Eugene wasn't too bad on the way home.
No. Yeah, because that was a cool weekend. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a good weekend in general. But all right, man.
That was
very see y'all next.
If you're all in New York next week, look us up. If you're not, we'll send out our the app and our bib numbers. You can track us and wish us luck.
I don't know why I feel like nervous now. Like I got 7 days to figure this out. But I guess we don't want to talk to y'all probably until 2 weeks from today because we were not going to do the show in New York.
We'll all be there.
We might.
It might be a lower production value, but we'll all be there.
Let us know. Go on PR. Go to PR Project. It's at the.pr.project. Let us know in the DMs of the PR Project, not my DM, not Gary's DM, not Aaron's DM. Go to the PR Project Instagram page. Let us know if you want us to do a show on Sunday after the race. And we might do it if enough people say yes.
Yeah.
We might be able to make that happen.
Or not.
All right, y'all. Or not. All right, y'all. See y'all in a little bit. Wish us luck. Peace out. Oh, I want ramen. Damn, I'm hungry now, though. All right.
I better put it in the microwave. Maru Chan.
Is that how you say